Hey friends, welcome back. Friends, from today we will start exploring and start understanding the concept of bean scopes. And bean scopes are important because the impact of bean scopes would be on the life cycle of the beans. Now friends, it is important to understand the bean scopes because in many situations we need to decide a bean scope and use it, where the default bean scope cannot be used or not suitable to use. So let us get started and understand these bean scopes. Now friends, in order to save some time, I have already done some work. The first change I have made is I have renamed this beans.xml to beanscope.xml, and we can give any name to these XML file depending on your requirement. Now moving forward, if we check this XML file, I have get rid of any other additional code which was there in there, and we would like to create a very simple bean so that the explanation could be very simple. So as if now we only have one bean whose class is offers class. Let me show you this class, this particular class. Even inside the class there is no specific method or anything like that. Alright, so we have this class and ID is offers. Alright, so moving to this user.java, inside this class we have also initialized our application context, and the object name is context, and we are making use of this beanscope.xml file, and we have also closed this context. So moving forward, firstly let us update this offers.java. We would be creating one property. The name of the property would be offer, and this would be a string entity. Here we go. And for this particular entity we would be creating getter and setter. So I will right click and we will ask Eclipse to work for us. I will navigate to source and click on this particular option, generate getters and setters, and we will generate getters and setters, both of it, and we will click on OK. Alright, so now we have the getters and setters, and we can also initialize this particular offer variable to get a default value. So in order to initialize, we will do it right away. We won't be making use of constructor because we want to make things very simple. In here we will type in new string and we will initialize this with no current offers. Alright, so let me save this. Alright, so we are all set, and now moving to this user.java, our original application. Here we would be creating an object of offers class. So we will type in offers offer, and here I would also show you a alternate way of making use of this particular context object. So I will type in context dot get bean, and I will pass in the name of the bean. If we check this beans scope, here is the ID which we would be using. So I will copy this, navigate to user.java and paste it in here. Fantastic. Now friends, there is this error. We need to cast this particular return type to offers. Even this will work properly. So this is an alternate way of making use of this context.getBean method. So I will type in offers and save this program, and the error will vanish. So even this could be done. Now we can definitely get offer or set offer. Let me show you this. I can type in sysout, and inside the sysout I can type in offer dot get offer. Fantastic. And now if I execute this particular program, then we would get the current offer, which is no offer, I guess. The default value would be printed on the console. Here we go. So no current offers, and then definitely we can set the offer, which could be anything. And in the next video we would be checking out what is the default scope, and we will also check a couple of more things, and for checking these couple of more things we would require this particular program. So stay tuned and take care and keep healthy.